actually episode 25, which is crazy to me to think that I've made that many. But welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. So last episode I did a whole thing on Hatman, so we're going to kind of take a little break on Hatman and return to that at another time. We're almost into hiking season, mountain season, camping season, you get the idea. So I wanted to start that season out with letters all based around doing that. So I have 3 letters today, and the first one happened in the Sierra Nevada. The Sierra Nevada is basically well known for paranormal activity and Bigfoot activity. So it starts out with standing on a small snow-dusted patch of meadow was a figure. It was translucent, shimmering in heat haze, but clearly the silhouette of a man in what looked like old-fashioned mountain gear. He had a pickaxe loosely in one hand and seemed to be gazing towards the distant snow-capped peaks. Oddly, I swear there was a profound sadness emanating from the figure. The air around the apparition felt strangely cold, a stark contrast to the crisp mountain air. Then, as quickly as it appeared, the figure began to fade. The shimmering intensified, the edges blurring until there was nothing more than a faint distortion in the air. I swore I felt frozen, heart pounding, staring at a deep, empty meadow. The only sound was the wind through the pines. I would love to know who this man was. So, I don't know anything about this person, if it was a man or a woman. Basically no information about who sent the letter, but I actually would too, because I would like to research that area, especially where they were, instead of just the Sierra Nevada, to see if maybe there are fallen mountain men back in the day, and maybe we could figure out who he was. Now we're on to the second letter, and this person, I didn't know them, but they started out the letter as, I know you are very familiar with this area, Miss Mal. So, this happened in an abandoned mine close to the Cripple Creek area. So I am actually very familiar with the Cripple Creek area. I go there all the time. I was flashing my flashlight inside this broken down mine, beams and dust everywhere. I kid you not, there was a hunched figure sat on a fallen beam. Old miner's clothes, gaunt face, and hollow eyes, but the light passed right through his chest, and he raised his hand, and I could see through it, as if he were waving. A freezing gust of wind whipped through, and I dropped my flashlight, resulting in the flashlight going out. When it flickered back on, the miner was gone. I ran as fast as I could the hell out of there. I told all kinds of people about this, but everyone, of course, says I'm experiencing that Colorado high. And I wasn't high. So, I don't know if you guys, how long you followed me, or if you follow my other accounts or anything like that. But I actually go to a lot of mines, and I take lots of pictures. When I have permission, I've taken old metal from mines. I was almost eaten by a mountain lion last year close to a mine. So I absolutely believe that there would be haunted apparitions close to them, considering how dangerous they were, and even really now they're still dangerous. So I thought that was a really cool story, and because it was so close to my jewelry business that I visit often. And of course, Cryptid Paranormal, and my little fox, and of course UFO in the mountains. I don't know if you knew it, but my other business is Ivory Volpine Craft, and it has little fox. So my fox's name is actually Cryptid. But anyway, thought I'd share that. Had this made, I thought it was super cute. So I have one more letter today, and this actually takes place on a trail in Georgia. So this person says, I had been camping with my husband and 2 kids for 3 days, and it was our last day here, so I wanted to make sure and get one last hike in. This happened in the middle of the day, which is what I find so crazy and not common. This figure stood silently on the path ahead. She was an older woman in a faded floral dress. Her expression was serene, but her form seemed to shimmer slightly in dappled sunlight. I seriously said hi to her, but I think it was just out of pure nervousness. This woman didn't respond, and she seemed as if she were looking past me. I started walking again, and the woman simply just vanished. In my opinion, I think she was a lost soul stuck here from the Civil War. So, in my opinion, I really do believe that she could have been. There are just, that whole area is just so drenched in sadness and violence, and I absolutely believe that she could be from that era. And this woman didn't specify like what her clothes looked like, but if it was from that era, absolutely believe that's probably what all three of these letters had legit spirits or apparitions in them. In my opinion, I kind of handpicked these out of the ones I got because I had a whole bunch of them, and if you did send me one, they'll be in a later video. In my opinion, these were probably pretty solid based on the locations that they were at. You're in an area where you could have felt some, some serious emotional pain. I don't know, like the person who saw the guy in the mountains, and he was in the old hiking equipment. We don't know how that guy could have passed away. He could have had a super violent death. He could have fell from a mountain. You don't know. He could have been eaten by a freaking bear. So we don't know. I thought I picked some really good ones. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you are not subscribed, you can just kind of passing through. Please like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. I try to do new videos all the time. My goal is to try to get enough followers so I can put my shop link in here, because I've been making some paranormal and cryptid jewelry as of late. I'm kind of linking my little shops together. So thank you for watching, and you have a wonderful day.